This floor is over 200 years old, and I kept asking myself, can you really bring something like this back just by watching YouTube tutorials? The start was rough, dust everywhere, mistakes early, and a real chance of ruining it. But in the end, it turned out surprisingly well, especially after Elin added a final, very needed female touch. Today it's the mid of December 25 and I'm ready to restore the floor at this old house. I've rented some equipment from Fargerike in Førde. They have this band sander and also some small sanders, and provided me with a lot of different grits. So I will bring this inside now and we will try to see if I could make this floor new again. I will clean all this furniture and put it into this room. So let's go. I will also do an experiment today. As you can see, it's 8 degrees inside now. In the last episode, we inserted new windows in the cabin, temporary windows. These are gonna get changed once more. But we'll see how quickly we can get the temperature rising with this oven. It's not full until it's full. Okay, let's close the doors. I've been cleaning for 40 minutes and we have gone from 8 degrees to 11 degrees or 52 Fahrenheit. So I'm gonna vacuum this room and start the sanding of the floor. What? Ah. Okay. So I opened a vacuum cleaner that doesn't include all the parts, and that's no good. Okay. Okay, a minor update. I went outside for a bit and installed my brain again. So inside a vacuum cleaner, you have a compartment where you find different parts. So this will of course be edited out. No, it won't, because I'm not taking myself, what do you call it? Høytidelig. I'm not taking myself too seriously. So Okay, so I told in the beginning of this YouTube video, I've never used one of these machines before, and I've inserted a 80 grit sand belt right now. That's kind of medium coarsity, just to get the feel of how the machine works. And I'm gonna do my best out of just watching YouTube videos. Okay. That didn't turn out how I expected, because what I've heard is you put the lever, you start walking the machine, you put down the lever, and then you walk slowly behind the machine. But this one just takes off and speeds ahead. So, and if I try to hold it back, it feels like the whole machine is like tipping up and down. So clearly I'm doing something wrong. So we'll have to see. Not a good start.
Ja, hei du.
Jeg var inne og lånte noe sliputstyr til gulvet i dag tidlig.
Ja.
Og så den båndsliperen, har du brukt den før?
Ja. Så jeg har ikke brukt den siste nå, men jeg har nå slippet den, ja.
Ja, for at det er jo en sånn hendel som du senker ned for å få bandet til å... Men den maskinen tar jo bare helt av. Du må jo springe etter. Hva gjør jeg gale? Really bad feelings about this. I just called the renter and they had also been a bit surprised, they said, when they were out to show it to a customer, but supposedly this is how this machine works, so let's just continue. Okay, quick update. I changed to 40 grit. The first one was an 80 grit, and it seemed like I have burnt the 80 grit, and that's why we got these black marks here. It was like caramelized on the band. You could see it here. Let's see. So these ones, yeah, the best way to describe it is caramelized. And that's an 80 grit, and now I've inserted a 40 grit, and I'm walking straight up and down, which is not recommended on the YouTube tutorials, but it seems like that's what works out the best. But I'm gonna try diagonally one more time, because for me it's logical why it works best that way, but I can explain that later. Okay, this is not going well at all. The floor is really uneven, and the machine is incredibly hard to work with. This handle here is like a down handle and an up handle to lower the sanding belt, and I have to feel how low I can lower the lever, because if I drop it all the way to the ground, the machine just runs away from me. But of course this is not a flat floor. It's an 1800s floor, most likely. So, but we don't give up. We'll try some more, and I'm gonna make it work, hopefully. Out of food already. That's not too good, but it's a store 10 minutes away, so I don't think I will be able to get home at normal time today. Okay, I'm finished with the 24 grit, and I'm now moving on to the 40 grit. I don't know how well you can see the marks on the floor, but it's still kind of a rough surface, but the painting is gone. And I will try to make it a bit less rustic. So a couple of more drives and I think I'm satisfied. And I will continue on the edges with another machine. Okay, finished with the 40 grit, and now I'm gonna move on to the 80 grit. As you can see, there are still some marks in the floor, and I don't think I will try to make this floor perfect again, because these walls are not perfect and this cabin is not supposed to be perfect, but I don't want these grains. It has kind of hairs right now, so I want to polish it some more, and I'm gonna move up to a finer grit, which will be the 80 grit. So, finished with the 60 grit. I have shut down the lights, so it's possible for you to maybe get a better feel for how it looks. Now the hairs are almost gone, and the painting that was previously here is removed, except near the windows. So that has to be removed by another special machine. But right now, satisfied with the work today, and I'm gonna continue a couple of hours tomorrow with the edges. So, pizza time. Back to the farm again, doing the last finishing work. It's 7 in the morning, and this is how far we have come. Just realized that I could put the light sources up here. That would have saved me from a lot of work with the cables. And it also gives me a better light to see if the floor is getting in shape or not. And this actually looks quite fine. The hair is gone, and I might not go for another round since this looked a lot better in this light. But I need to do the edges. These ones are not necessary because it's gonna be kitchen all the way. The biggest learning experience doing this floor in this 1800s house was that the first day the toughest grit I got was 40 grit, and the 40 grit bands got what I called caramelized really fast, and then they're useless. So I used 7 or 8 of those the first day, and then had to quit working because there were no, there wasn't anything more to do. And then I went back and got some 16 grit and 24 grit. And this 16 grit took down the whole floor, and it's still a lot of usage left in this one. So instead of using $100 on 40 grits, using a lot of time, I should have started using 16 grit. I will show you the floor now, and you will see some marks of this 16 grit. So it might have been wise to use the 24 grit instead, but you know what I mean. If you use a coarse grit, you don't get the same caramelized situation. So I will now show you the result. And just look at the difference. Here will be kitchen all the way down to the end of the room. So I haven't bothered sanding this one all the way down. But you can see how dark the floor was before I started. Also, the floor was really uneven, and I told you why I started sanding diagonally. And the reason for this is when you have a log, the material is a bit softer at the outer side of the log, and the more you enter the center of the log, it gets harder. It's what we call kjerneved in Norwegian, and I don't know the Norwegian word. So if you sand in the direction of the boards, some boards will be soft, and when you come to an end of a board like this one, if this is hardwood and this is softwood, you will sand down just a tiny bit here on the hardwood, and when you enter this board, you will get a lot more cut off because it's softer wood. So if you drive diagonally, you will even that out. And for me, though I had a little trouble at the beginning understanding the machine, the floor was really wavy, but with doing diagonal cuts in the beginning, I managed to even out the floor, and right now it feels really even and without any waves.
Yes, today we're going to varnish the floor, but first I have to clean it. I use old towers. There is no use home alone. Whatever. Yes, I did buy a painting brush, but I forgot it home. But as you can see, I think it will go just fine without, because of the distance between the wall and the floor. Og puste på en stund. I hope I use enough. I think so. This is just the first layer, and in 2 days we will take the next one. But this one has to dry first. I kind of like this job. See, it's getting closer to getting finished. But we have a long way to go. But we have time. It's almost dry. I give it a couple of minutes. It's just this little part left. But I think it will go just fine. On the other side. So we have to get a lot of heat, so it will dry properly. And excuse my English, but I'm trying my very best. I think my son will think I'm really bad in English, but I can handle that. Yes. Then it's done. Goodbye. Haha, just kidding. You want to see the result? As you can see, it must dry. And we'll come back in 2 days.